Hey guys, welcome back to brightnighttech. My name is Berto and today we are doing part 3 of my 3D printed Dr. Fate helmet. Now, since the last video, we have already gotten a sneak peek of what he's going to look like in the new Black Adam movie, which you can't see too much of the design, but the little bit that you can see looks pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, this project moved way faster than my helmet projects usually do. That's probably just because I'm getting into my groove and I'm figuring out how to do things. Having said that, it definitely did not turn out the way I expected it. It's definitely not perfect. I have some theories on what went wrong, but enough talk. Let's get right into it. Let me show you what I did and you guys could be the judge. So let's go. Alright, before we get into the helmet, I want to show you this stand that I printed from Sentimental Props. They come up with some great stands. I printed this generic dceu one and I'm going to paint it to the appropriate colors. But they have a whole system set up. They're great. Definitely check them out. I'll put the link in the description. I printed a slightly longer one and I think it's going to work great for this helmet. Okay, so to the helmet, I went ahead and grabbed some of my wood filler and started filling in those seams. This wood filler is pretty firm right now because I have used it for probably over a year. And you want to cover all the seams and all of it like this till it's as covered as you can. There are some gaps. It's not great because of the consistency of it, but we're going to see if we're going to make it work, and we're going to wait a day. Alright, now that it's dried the next day, I went ahead and started sanding this down. Now, I went ahead and took my palm sander and got the rest of it done because hand sanding it was ridiculous. And you still see a lot of gaps and stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna do some sandable primer next, and then we are gonna go back into sanding. Alright, I'm gonna take the sandable primer, we're just gonna cover it all, and then we're gonna wait overnight and sand it the next day. Alright, and here we go. There are still a lot of flaws that it has, and I'm going to end up doing this a lot with the wood filler and the sandable primer. I don't want to bore you, so here is a montage of me doing all of this because it's going to take a long time. So here we go.
Are you still there? To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0.
What are you talking about?
Okay, here admittedly I'm getting ahead of myself and I got straight to painting, and here's the result, and I hate it. I really do hate it. I know the color looks good and it might not reflect so much on what the camera sees, but there are a lot of scuff marks still. There are still flaws like that one right there. There are plenty of cracks. You can see some fine scratches because I didn't sand it smoothly enough. So what we are going to do is we're going to try again. I am going to go ahead and cover it with sandable primer again. We're going to try to sand it and we're going to try to fix any flaws because this does not look good and there's no way to fix it without sanding it down anyways. So got ahead of myself and that's my fault. So let's see if we can fix this. Okay, so now completely covered again with sandable primer. As you can see, it actually looks pretty good, but now I need to polish it down to get it smooth. Let's see if we can do this. We've done it a lot. Hey guys, so normally I don't pop into this part of the video. I don't know guys, I think I'm ready to give up on this helmet. Easily, I've almost lost count, but it's gotta be like the 10th time I've gone over this with wood filler and sandable primer, and especially in certain areas, it just keeps cracking. I can't seem to get it smooth. I think I'm just gonna have to call it. Just try to get it as smooth as I can. It's not gonna be perfect, and just paint it in color. This is my first helmet that I've done that is like a bunch of little pieces together, and I think it's gonna be my last one. I don't want to do any mask like this again. There's too many seams, and the methods that I'm using are just not great for it. And then we're just gonna paint it, and it's gonna have imperfections, and that's okay. You guys will find your own way to do it, and I hope that at least these videos give you some kind of idea. So let's just skip to the end of this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in a minute. Here it is. This is the finished product. It is as smooth as I could possibly get it. I did some glossy finish on it, but you can still see some scuff marks, but definitely not the same way as it was before. I do notice when I use the glossy finish, it does mute some of the goldness, but I think it still looks pretty cool. I did the eyes. Here are the LED lights. I had to tape them this way because they are way too small for the actual eyes. The eye sockets are really big, so I just had to do what I can. Definitely not going to wear this, but here we go. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at the whole thing on, and yeah, I think we are as done as we can with this. And there you have it. I think it looks awesome placed with all my other helmets back there, but it's definitely not my best work. You can still see a lot of the seams. There's a lot of scuff marks on it, and I couldn't get it as smooth as I normally get all my other helmets. Now, here is my theory on where I think I went wrong. The wood filler I used was pretty dried out by the time I got to this project, and I was just kind of glopping it on. So it was behaving very differently than it usually does. And after the fact, I tried to reconstitute it a little bit with some water, and it just wasn't the same. It was still drying out really quickly even after I put in the water. But I do think that was a major contributor to this. Another thing that happened was that I just got impatient. You could tell by all the little cracks that I kept getting. I tried to hand dry a lot of stuff because I didn't want to wait overnight, which I shouldn't have. I should just wait the time I should wait for it to cure properly. So a lot of things. Having said that, I think it looks pretty good. I love the gold paint on it. One thing that I promise you I will not do is do another helmet that consists of this many separate pieces. So in the future, I'm gonna take those files and just cut them myself into something that I can work with a little better. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What would you guys have done to fix the issues that I had? And hopefully it'll help me in my future projects. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. And we will see you next time. I can see the future.